Hello, princes and princesses of Bristol Royal Hospital for Children. My name's Wilf Merttens. I'm a storyteller and I'm very pleased to be here telling you a story. In fact, I'm especially excited because I have myself a new toy. Ketchup. No, not ketchup. Cow. It's a cow. Look at her. And she's an especially cute one. In fact, I was thinking I could call her Schnuggles. What do you think? Good name, huh? Would you like me to tell you a story, Schnuggles? Come on then, let's unwrap you.
I couldn't breathe in there. It was horrible.
Oh, I'm sorry, Schnuggles. Well, you're out now. Do you want your tags on or tags off?
Oh, keep them on, please.
Okay, well, Schnuggles, you're looking good. I was wondering if you wanted to star in a little story that we could make for the children of Bristol Royal Hospital for Children.
Oh, yeah, I suppose that sounds nice then.
All right, great. Well, let's crack on. Now, once upon a time, there was a little cow called Schnuggles, and she had two sharp horns, and she had some lovely hair, and she had two big staring eyes that you could just gaze into all day long, and she had a little button nose, and most important of all, she had the softest fur that you could imagine. You would just want to go over to it and put your face in it and go,
Oh, could you stop that, please?
sorry, Schnuggles. It's just so tempting when the fur is that soft. How can you stop yourself? Well, I'm afraid to tell you that having nice, soft fur was just not enough to keep poor Schnuggles interested. Because she was sitting at home and looking around her caravan, and she was just thinking to herself, I'm bored. She could just see the same old things, the same old clocks, the same old books, the same old teddy bears. And she would look out the window and she would smell the same old flowers, and she would see the same old sky, and she would see the same old neighbour and the same old muck. And so at length she decided she had to do something about it. And what can you do? What can you do, children, when you find yourself so bored and without a plan? Well, there's only one thing to do in that situation, and all cows surely know it. You must go on an adventure. Now, there was something that Schnuggles the cow wanted to do before she went away on her adventure, and that was change her name. What did you change your name to, Schnuggles?
Well, my name was never Schnuggles in the beginning, you silly man. It was Lizzie. It's always been my name. My name was never Schnuggles. You just said that because I have nice soft fur.
Oh, sorry, Lizzie. I'm sorry. Okay, I just thought your fur was so soft that I wanted to go.
Brr, don't do that, I told you. My name is Lizzie. And please, carry on. Tell them about my adventure.
Well, Lizzie's adventure started when she went off down the road and went into the dark forest where the trees were swaying. And did she stop there? No, she kept going. And did she stop when she got to the vast desert where the hot sand was blowing? No, she didn't. And did she stop when she got to the ocean, to the beach where the waves were crashing? No, she didn't. She got into a little boat and she sailed over the waves. And she got to a distant land far, far away. And she went up many mountains, and she went down many valleys, and she kept walking until she came to a great big bog, a slurping, squelching marsh.
Oh, it was very mucky, I can tell you.
And it was there that she met the Boglin. All right there. How you doing? What's your name?
Oh, my name's Lizzie.
Oh, my name's Bozo. I'm the Boglin. Nice to meet you.
Oh, nice to meet you. Enchanted, I'm sure.
And Lizzie and Bozo the Boglin, they became best of friends. In fact, they spent every moment together. Well, Lizzie and Bozo had lots of fun together. They used to play games, for instance, hide and seek, and they really liked this one, even though Lizzie, with her big searching eyes, was very good at looking, and Bozo, who always forgot to hide his tail, wasn't very good at hiding at all. But nevertheless, they would have lots of fun, and, well, their favourite thing to do, though, was sit together and watch the sunrise in the morning over the marshes. It was beautiful. And they would sit and they would slurp their hot chocolate, and they would have these conversations where they would talk about the things they had seen and the places they had been and the creatures they had met along the way. And one morning Bozo thought to ask Lizzie, "Why did you first come on an adventure then?" "Well, I was sitting at home, Bozo, and I was just thinking how bored I was, bored of the same old clock and the same old books and the same old teddy bears. And I looked out and I saw the same old sky, the same old neighbours, same old flowers, same old muck. And I thought to myself, I'm going on an adventure for a change of scene." "Well, Lizzie, I do get rather bored of this marsh. After all, I'm just a simple marsh boglin, and before you came along, I had never even thought of leaving this place. But since meeting you, Lizzie, I have been rather curious to see where you came from." "Oh, well, Liz, it's very boring. I don't know if you would like it." "Oh, I would, Lizzie, I would." And Bozo the Boglin was getting rather excited. I would very much like to go and visit your home and for you to be my guide." Well, Lizzie agreed to take Bozo and show him her home. And so the two of them, they went on the great journey that Lizzie had taken before, and they had to go down many valleys, and they had to go up many mountains, and they had to go across the ocean in a tiny boat, and the whole journey, poor old Bozo was being poked by one of Lizzie's sharp horns. And then when they got there, they had to go across the hot, dry desert, where the wind blew shh, and they had to go through the dark forest, where the trees were creaking, and the owls were hooting. And finally, they got back safely to Lizzie's home. And Bozo the Boglin, he looked out the window, and he smelled what had been to Lizzie the same old flowers. But to him they smelled very fragrant, wonderful. And he looked up at the sky, which had been to Lizzie the same old sky. To him it seemed, well, just ever-changing and beautiful. And he saw the neighbour, who seemed like a rather interesting and handsome chap. And he saw the muck, which he thought seemed like very good quality muck indeed. And so he was happy. And Lizzie was happy too. Well, I'll tell you why she was especially happy. Because now that she lived with a boglin, nobody ever again came up to her and put his face in her fur and went, "Brrr. No, thank you very much. And no one's allowed to come up and put their face in my fur and go, brrr." And now that she lived with a boglin, nobody ever again called her Snuggles. No, they shouldn't, because Snuggles is not my name. My name is Lizzie. And I'm pleased to tell you that Bozo the Boglin and Lizzie the cow lived happily ever after.